In the world of maple syrup production, there's welcome to Somerskogen Sugarbush.
Skogen in Norwegian, which is my wife's and my heritage, means woods. And so using our name plus Skogen, Summers Woods, Somerskogen.
It's a serenely peaceful 17 acres that produces some of the best maple syrup ever. When Don Summers bought the land almost 30 years ago, there was an old cabin on the property.
In the cabin was a shoebox filled with some old spiles and a drill bit. I couldn't even tell you what a maple looked like in the winter from a basswood. We tapped 23 trees because that's how many spiles were in the box.
The syrup bug had bitten the Summers family, and the rest, as they say, is history. Right now is the height of the Sap Flow.
All the trees go deep into the woods at the lowest point and collect in an 800-gallon tank, similar to that first one.
Of course I had to see that.
It's flowing like crazy.
That is the production of 1,200 taps on over 900 sugar maple trees.
Yeah, there's about 5 miles of tubing out here.
All brought together via this superhighway of sap. It's been 27 years of learning and perfecting, changing things that didn't work, adding things that made the process more efficient, like this reverse osmosis machine.
This is the first thing I should have bought.
It gets the sap from 2% sugar content to 8.
That takes out 75% of the water. Saves 75% of the time, 75% of the energy.
That's energy savings on running Don's Evaporator.
This evaporator can handle 135 gallons of sap an hour in a continuous flow.
It's his 4th evaporator, and when the time came to replace his wood-burning one a couple of years ago, Don went with propane.
I realized that I didn't want to be cutting and splitting wood in retirement, so.
The process is really a thing of beauty.
We actually have it mechanized enough that my wife and I can handle the whole operation ourselves.
The syrup they produce is beyond compare, with complex subtleties rivaling any fine wine.
Well, we won first place in the last 2 years, the Minnesota Maple Syrup Producers meeting, so we're pretty proud of that. And I got a blue ribbon at the international meeting up in Duluth.
Those accolades are the confirmation of 27 years of accumulated knowledge. Soon, the temperature will no longer dip below freezing at night, signaling an end to another syrup season.
Started out as a hobby and still a hobby, but it's a little bit out of control, as my wife says.
In Minnetrista, Neil Persley, CCX News.